Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amira, and on this channel we talk about mindful productivity, self-care, and soft systems that support an intentional life. This is a little cozy study vlog, just like a week in my life of basically what's going on, which is going to involve a lot of studying. I am actually filming this intro during my first week of classes, so we're just going to kind of take you back a little bit to the weekend after my first exam, where I just spent it kind of like decompressing, getting the vibes high again to enter into this week. So let's roll that. Hello friends. It is Sunday the 14th. It's pretty much a reset day, like a little Sunday reset situation. And the topic of this video really is kind of like decompressing and getting into routine, preparing for my next set of classes. So I should really kind of just tell you, start by kind of recapping how the past week kind of went. Filled with ups and downs, for sure. A win was that I really got back into meditation because I really needed it, and we'll get into that in a second. But I re-downloaded my meditation app. I just decided to pay for it because A, it's really good. It has a lot of good, different, like diverse meditations. I think it's really good. I've been doing it pretty much the entire week this week, and most days I've been doing morning and evenings. So that's been good. That was kind of like the main highlight, right? We made it through the week. There was a lot going on for sure. So towards the beginning of the week, I had come off of like a practice exam. That wasn't too hot, right? We're aiming for A's, really. So that practice exam that we took showed me that I had a lot of work to do. That was last Friday. And I also had an actual exam, like a real exam for one of my classes that just ended on Friday. After that practice exam, the previous Friday, I was like, okay, we need to get it together in all aspects. And so I literally sat down, reviewed my lectures, and then used kind of AI to help me come up with practice questions, kind of dumped the lectures in AI. After doing like 200 of those, I ended up with a 98 on my final, which is good news. And hopefully we can like take that over into the next few classes that are coming up that last practice exam was actually for. So I think the main thing, I can't just be like, you know that meme where that kid is like scooping up all the knowledge into his brain from his book? Like, that is not how this thing goes. Definitely practice, definitely flashcards, i.e. Anki. So anyway, that's where we're at. So I was a little bit bummed about receiving the results of that practice exam this past Friday because we had taken it the previous Friday, got our results back a week later, which was this past Friday. But again, I did have a win in that I did score very well on my actual final exam that does count towards a grade, and subsequently passed the class with literally a 98%. So I'm proud of myself. Like I said, we are now like decompressing. Also on Friday, it was real crazy. So after all that, right, my fiance was working after he got off of work. We went to just pick up some things, right, as one does on a Friday afternoon. And literally we were at a stoplight and we were the second car like in line from the stoplight, right? The light was red. The light's been red for like a minute and a half. The van in front of us, it's like one of those like white, not a Sprinter van, but a little bit smaller than a Sprinter van. It's just like rolling out into the street. And we were like, whoa, we both froze. We were like, what is happening? And yeah, it rolled out into the middle of the street. And then of course, right, there was traffic coming the other way. So we witnessed, I would say like a moderately bad to really bad car accident. Like this Toyota Camry hit the van that was rolling out on his side, on the driver's side. The car spinned and then flipped over on his side as well. So we were kind of like frozen and shocked a little bit, and then the light turned green. So we, called the police and whatnot. But at that point, they had already, like, other people saw what was going on, and they also called the police. So that was really scary. I like felt like my hands like tingly afterwards. So yeah, we are safe though. We're okay. After that, I meant to like start this vlog Friday. Child, literally after that, I said, you know what? It's been a week. Just come back, take my makeup off, eat some chocolate, and yeah, I literally just kind of decompressed, and it was good. It was much needed to take that afternoon off. Yeah, lots of ups and down this weekend. I also got to like call my parents, call my mom and my dad, my sister as well. I saw my sister and I saw my little niece with her little toothless smile. She's so cute. my brother, I don't think I called him, but we text periodically. So yeah, that was actually the entirety of the week, just kind of like studying, getting my life together. I am definitely experiencing a lot more anxiety than I have even in the past year and a half. My job wasn't really anxiety inducing. Like I was good at my job, you know, when it comes to like work, even though, you know, like you work around people, you work with people. And I don't really like remember me having any type of like social anxiety or like real anxiety, maybe except for a little bit in college, but like high school, right? Like I was around people, I had friends, you know what I mean? And even at work, right? Like, you know, you kind of go, you mingle, and then you go do your job, right? But again, it's just one of those things, and I'll explain later once I can explain, fingers crossed. But yeah, it's just kind of one of those things that is a little bit anxiety inducing because it is a stretch experience in that it's hard, right? It's hard, it's not an easy thing to do, and compared to like my little Excel sheet clicking around and stuff, right? So I've been experiencing a little bit more anxiety, a little bit more like rumination and stuff. So yeah, I think as like, again, it's week 4 of this program. So as the weeks go along, I'm sure it'll get better, and I'm getting back into therapy and stuff. So yeah, so that was like a little bit of a recap. Hopefully it made sense. What's on the agenda today? Currently I'm doing laundry. Unfortunately, we downsized and we are kind of in the area of where the school is. So the options were limited, but we are going to be moving out at the end of February and like looking for apartments. So I say that all to say that we're doing laundry. We don't have in-unit laundry, like our particular unit doesn't, sadly, because we applied for it late. So we do laundry in the little laundry room downstairs. It's in the same building, which is nice. And it's not like in a basement building. It's just like on the first level. So doing laundry, what's on the agenda for the rest of the day is really just to reset. I figured like it would be more conducive to reset the space for the coming week ahead. We came back from the store. We got all our things. I got some fall arrangements that I want to put together. I got a little vase from Amazon. I got some candles. I do need to water my plants, really organize this office because my next set of classes literally starts this week and I kind of want to, you know, get it together. So yeah, I basically want to get in here like a little bit more cutesy, and then I need to do my hair, this fluffy DIY. As you can see, I can't even run my fingers through it, barely, right? She's dry. So I really need to wash and straighten my hair. I'm kind of in my like silk press era. My hair has gotten a little bit longer, which is nice, but also the ends are very raggedy. My roots are poofy. It's very much so like time to wash it. So that's what I also want to do today is after picking up, I just want to go straight into my hair because it'll take me like 4 to 5 hours. I also did get a new flat iron. So yeah, let's go ahead and kind of pick up. I'm going to put on a little YouTube. We're going to pick up around here and then I'm going to go start this hair because I think it will take a long time. And then my thinking is the earlier I start the hair and finish the hair, maybe around like 7 or 8, then I can get a little reading session in and kind of like do like a nice wind down before the week begins. So let's get to it. Hello, hello. Today is Monday, day after yesterday. We had a little 3-day weekend situation. So I'm coming back from going out with my cohort. We just kind of went to like a local, pizza spot, played a little game in the park and stuff. So it was cute to kind of bond a little bit. Before that, we also had a meeting with one of the faculty members, which was nice. It's about like 5 p.m. or so. It's actually nice because we meant to go down to the city. So the fact that we stayed local means I get a little bit more time back. It's also like really, really cute around here too. So lots of like little local shops, coffee shops. So I might break up my studying routine and get some coffee or just kind of study at a coffee shop. I think that'd be cute. Just kind of explore more around here I think would be very, very lovely. It is a nice area around here for sure. What I want to do now, because tomorrow is the first day of our lecture, our classes, I do want to do a little bit of a preview moment and kind of like lay out my study trackers and whatnot so I can kind of be good to go for this coming week, because this is our first week of these 2 new classes. I'm meeting with my mentor this week as well, so we can kind of go over some like study strategies, test taking strategies and whatnot, especially after that practice exam. I'm pretty sure the answer is just more practice questions, like details and like knowing the details. I'm gonna kind of like take my makeup off, go take a shower because we were playing kickball. I kind of want to do my preview and stuff in my little corner here. So we're gonna meet in the little cozy corner so we can talk about some study strategy stuff. Okay, so it's a little bit of time later. I've showered and clean. So for context, the 2 classes that I'm taking right now are basically like a advanced biochem course and an advanced cell bio course. What we've been taught is essentially before you go to lecture, you preview your lecture. After lecture, if you choose to go to lecture, that is, right? If you choose to go to lecture, you can then come home and then do your first pass or your review. So reviewing the lectures and however you want to do that. Right, either, consolidating your notes, doing your flashcards. Some people just like don't go to lecture and then watch the lectures on 2x speed when it's posted. I am indeed a lecture girl. I feel like it holds me accountable. So I'm going to go to lecture. Lectures are 10 a.m., 11 a.m. And I feel like my brain's already like up to speed, right? Like I've gone to the gym, I've eaten breakfast, I've had my matcha. So that is going to work for me. And then after lecture, I'm going to come home. I have this like large swath of time where I'm just going to come home and or go to the library. But again, I have this cute little space. Might as well use it. So coming back and reviewing. So we kind of already have everything like posted and whatnot. So I'm using Anki. If you know, you know. I think many people use Anki for different types of programs. Lots of the STEM girlies and the med girlies use Anki. I've had some pre-made decks that past students have shared. As with anything, like if it's not in your own kind of framework and like if the card isn't laid out exactly how you would kind of think of it, it kind of makes it a little bit challenging to study. So I have gone through the lectures and added stuff. However, it's also kind of good when it's not in your own format, because then it kind of forces your brain to think a little bit more to answer the question. So both good and bad. So what I want to do now, lecture is tomorrow, our first day of these set of classes. I want to talk through a little bit of the strategy. I'm also meeting with my mentor, like I said, on Thursday to kind of confirm or deny. So our specific program, without like getting too much into it, like we get like a little preview, and also like all of the stuff has been posted online anyway, like the lectures and stuff, the professors have posted that from like way in advance. So we basically had a little bit of exposure, like time to kind of pre-study, if that makes sense. Just kind of like getting situated and like trying to frame how we're going to approach the material and how we're going to study. And then we also had this past class, that was a pass-fail class that ended just this past Friday that I actually did very well on. And for that, I kind of used like a tracker, right? So I'm just going to basically show you an example of like what I mean, right? So this is like one of the first lectures that we're doing tomorrow that's on like macronutrients, like metabolism and whatnot. So I took the lectures, put them in the ChatGPT, and then asked it to like spit it out. And then what I did was like color coded it and whatnot. So an example of like using a chart would be literally having ChatGPT be like, oh, can you put this in chart form? And then it spits it out for you. And then, from there, I kind of like color coded it and whatnot, what I wanted to pay attention to. And then right here as well, like ChatGPT gave me like a little memory trick. I don't know if I agree, right? But it's there if I really wanted to commit it to memory. So I do often ask chat to give me like mnemonics and stuff. Prime example of that is for vitamins. And so I did ask it to give me some type of mnemonic, but yeah, I don't know if that is helpful. Actually, for vitamin K, it kind of is low-key helpful. Yeah, and then I kind of added to some of these myself, like for vitamin K, jaundice in newborns, K is next to L, jaundice connected to the liver, etc. I feel like after a while, you kind of just like learn to do without the mnemonics. For learning it initially, it kind of helps. Yes, like this is an example of like you can literally screenshot this, and I have screenshot it, image occlude it, which I can show you what that looks like. Also, this is what my Anki is like. I have the little heat map, which is trash because I did reset it. I think I set some easy days, so I think it like ruined my heat map, but it was cuter than this. And then I'm using the Pokemon one. I use the one that shows you cute cats. This is an example of the water-soluble vitamins, for example. So you would literally copy and paste the chart into Anki, and then you can drag the box over all of these, and then you can hit hide all of them, test one of them, and only one would appear. So that's how it would look. And then when it's testing you, it would hide all of these, and then it would also hide this one, but it would make a different color, like pink or something, just kind of telling you this is the one that you're supposed to be tested on. So what I did is block out this whole entire thing so that I would be like, okay, well, what's vitamin B? Tell me the actual name of it, what the function is, deficiency, toxicity, etc. So that is one example of image occlusion. So this is what I was kind of talking about. This is for the last course that I took. I have the name of the lecture dates, and then the passes, the difficulty for me, and then Anki, one of my colleagues, I guess you could say, in last year's program did and shared it with us through Excel, but I took it and I threw it into Notion because you know I'm a Notion girl. So practice questions, basically like, has it been previewed? Have I attended / watched the lecture? Have I summarized my notes / the lecture objectives? Did I do whiteboard if that's necessary? Did I do practice questions, and was I able to teach it? And then this describes the level of difficulty. So if I feel comfortable, do I think it's hard? Did I master it? Is it not started or in progress? And then Anki would be like first pass, second pass the next day. Like, of course, after you do your after lecture, then you would get up tomorrow and then do that review, since Anki is like more so an everyday thing. And then the third pass, and then if you didn't start Anki. And then I kind of added like days I did Anki. So like it kind of resets every week. So the days of the week, and then total days since lecture that I did Anki. Any practice problems? I don't know if I would put that here. I might actually delete this. I might just put this under the lecture itself, because like the lecture name is here, and that's like where it has the little open peak. I could put practice questions in here. That's what that is right now. And then any challenges I had with the material, final review when I'm scheduling that review, and then any external resources. So like Ninja Nerd, for example, is really popular for biochem, like pathways and stuff. That's basically what I'm going to do in preparation for tomorrow. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of do that. And then it's already 7. So yeah, I do this really quickly, get my lecture stuff laid out, maybe do a little like Reddit moment to see what the girls are saying is the best way to approach. And then, like I said, I had that meeting on Thursday with my mentor to kind of see if I'm in the right direction. So we're going to do our little pre-lecture study sesh. And then next time we'll chat. We will pick back up tomorrow after lecture. This is a study vlog, so tomorrow we're going to be studying. I just got home from lectures. It was only 2 hours of lecture. I was kind of like talking over some material with a friend of mine from the same program. And we went up to the professor to kind of clarify some details. So that's why I'm home like a little bit later, because we were kind of chatting it up, trying to understand a particular part of the material. But right now what I'm gonna do is, first of all, take off the makeup, because one thing about me, I love to be a gremlin when I study. So I'm gonna go ahead and get comfortable, obviously take off my outside clothes, change into, you know, the sweats and the sweatshirt, and then maybe make a coffee. I am a little hungry, and I think now is a good time to have my coffee, because the half-life of coffee is like, I don't know, is it like 7 to 9 hours or something like that? So by the time I'm ready to go to bed, it should be mostly out, if not pretty much out of my system. I think I'm gonna make a snack of hummus, peppers, and maybe some pretzels as well, and some cheese. And I think we have apples as well. So I'm gonna do a snack platter now that I'm thinking about it. I'm just gonna add all that stuff on a plate. We're gonna sit down and review what was said in lecture today, and then we'll kind of go from there. All right, it is almost 9. I feel like I did a lot, spending that good 5 hours just kind of like painstakingly going through Anki at the same time as like corroborating any extra information with the lecture slides. It was really helpful. And then what I did was, I don't know if it's really that useful, because, you know, we all know AI is not the actual material and the professor and the textbook and whatnot, but it at least got my brain thinking. I don't think I'm gonna like over-index too heavily on AI. It's just kind of like a checkpoint of like, did you understand what you were reading? Are you matching like this keyword to this keyword? Yeah, I think this was a successful day. My fiance brought me dinner and he made me a little dessert, which was so sweet. So yeah, I basically didn't have to like do any of that, because he be doing it. So yeah, what I'm gonna do for the rest of the night, I did my first, like I kicked off my evening routine by doing my evening reflection. And then what I'm gonna do is, yeah, just kind of like wind down and read, make some tea. I'm gonna meditate, do my little language lesson, same thing tomorrow, and then so on and so on. So quite a boring week, but I'll probably check back in with you on Thursday. Have a beautiful night. ended up just like curling the front two pieces. So, I don't know. This one isn't cooperating. This one is fine. This one is just curled bogusly. Final look, hopefully. That was it. It took literally like 5 minutes. So we're done. Hello, it is Friday. I just got back from lecture. For context, right, I didn't see you since yesterday, I think in the morning. I went into my pictures and came back and just kind of like took all that makeup off, child. Put all that stuff on for like literally 2 snaps. Like it took 20 minutes and then I was back in my apartment. So that was really it. The rest of the day I spent it just studying. I also picked up a few packages from the mailbox. I'm just gonna share them with you, a little mini haul, nothing crazy. Although I really do need to like reel it in with the Amazon purchases. With that being said, I did pick up a new Awala. This one is really cute. I had one, I don't know if you've seen, like maybe in like some of my other videos, like 6 months ago to a year ago, I had the purple Awala, like the light purple one with the dark purple top. And then the clasp actually broke. So I really couldn't bring that. I have like, you know, my outside, this is like my outside Awala with the cap. And then my inside Awala is the one with, you know, like the little straw and like the cup, you know, the handle and whatnot. So that's what I like have at my desk. And this is what I want to carry around, you know, like to class, to the gym and such and so forth. So this is what I got. It's like this cute little green color with the orange. So I think it's like very warm, very green. Also got some more matcha. Child, this matcha shortage is killing. I decided to get, because it is a little bit cheaper, I got like the latte grade. In the past, I've gotten the Ippudo matchas that are really, really good. It was also like $50 per pack. So we're in new times, right? We're jobless. I can't be spending $50 on no matcha. So I did, you know, get the one I usually drink. Funny enough, when I was drinking that matcha, I think I tended to just do like water, sugar, and honey, especially when I was like, let me be in my, you know, skinny era and try to like go into a little bit of a deficit. I didn't put the extra milk and creamer and stuff. But now I'm not in that phase right now. So I do mostly make my matcha with lattes. So I feel like the latte grade is like good enough for now. It's good for the pockets. And yeah, until the ceremonial matchas come back, then this is what we're doing. So that one I did put in my little matcha bar corner already. And then what I want to do is open up these packages because I think I got some fun stuff. So let's see. Okay, so first thing I got is a gym wrap. Well, Saturday or whatever, I did do, you know, like a wash and flat iron. Now that it's been like, it's a few days old. On Monday when I went to the gym, I was like, this is a fresh silk press. So we need to wrap her up. I will use like a headband, but the headband wasn't tight enough, right? It's just like a headband. But I got this gym wrap. I did hear good things about it. I know Les Alfred, she's the host of a podcast I love to listen to called Balanced Black Girl, but it was changed to She's So Lucky. So that's the name of it now, kind of rebranded. And I follow her, you know, on all the things. And one of her like hair posts, because she has gorgeous hair. The genetics did her right, okay? But she said that she uses this. And I think it's also founded by a Black woman as well. So I was like, $30, but at least $30 are going to someone Black, hopefully, if she still owns it. I just opened it. So it's this Evapo Cool. It's patented, tri-layer. Oh yeah, it still says Gym Wrap by Nicole. I think that's what her name is. It says activated cooling, maximum absorption, quick dry, and ultimate breathability. So it sounds fancy, but you know, some people like to put fancy terms on things. It reminds me a lot of like, you know, those like the same kind of material that you would wear on like a workout. My fiance has like shirts that are kind of this similar material, that like moisture wicking material, but for your hairline, your edges, your forehead. I do like this because you can tie it tightly as opposed to the headband I was just wearing. So you can really kind of like tighten it to your, you know, head shape. And I have a very round head, as you can see. So I think this is gonna do a lot better with preserving my edges, right? Because I have like, you know, type 4 edges. I will say like my baby hair is a little bit like softer on this side, but I think around here particularly, it kind of matches like the top of my hair right here is a little bit more coily than like the sides and the back of my hair. So I think like this will help with that as well. So yeah, got a gym wrap. And then I was in my like watercoloring bag when I have the time. But the thing about like watercoloring and this schedule right now is I really have to be in the watercoloring mindset mindset. And if I'm watercoloring, I am devoting like an hour or two to that, right? Probably like closer to 2 hours. So I was like, okay, like if I want to do a little cute wind down or like a cute little break, I think coloring is a little bit best suited for that. So I've had it in my cart for the longest time. Y'all know I talk about Cozy K on here quite a bit because I feel like she's my hobby inspo and like my cozy hobby room inspo in particular, like that green couch over there and the little lantern light. Got it from her, okay, not my original idea, but she is a hobby queen, and she on her like Amazon storefronts, like she has a bunch of like hobby like idea lists, and you know like her short forms and stuff. She uses this brand Ohuhu, I think they're Hawaiian color markers Maui series. Let's open her up really quickly just to show. Let's see. Oh, it's like, so it opens up like this. And so it's been in my cart for a while, and I was like, these are some expensive markers, but there are actually like a lot of markers in here and they don't bleed. It's like 160 markers. It comes with this little card, and then you can like fill them in yourself to actually, you know, match what the colors actually look like coming out of the marker, just like you would for like painting or whatever. It also comes with like some extra tips, I think these are. So that's pretty cool. And then I am happy though that I see that why they're expensive, because they're real cute, but it's like this 160 of them and there's more like here. So I definitely think the splurge was worth it, because I feel like there's a lot of markers. Like there's more under here as well. Like, hold on. Yeah, there's more in the back. Like, okay. So like these are all markers essentially. Like markers on this side, markers on this side, and then you have markers on this side. You flip it open and on this side as well. So yeah, we don't need to get markers forever, basically. And then I started with one coloring book. The markers were a little bit pricey, but the coloring book was like $4. So I started off with this coloring book because it is fall time. And yeah, I got this on Kennedy's like Amazon storefront. When it's anything hobby related, I go to her page. I'm glad to give her my money. So yeah, it just has these like autumn scenes, which I think is so cute. So I'm definitely gonna have fun with that. That's my little yap on some of the things I picked up that I'm very excited for. What I want to do now. It is Friday, but I mean, hopefully like in a few months I can tell you all the tea about like what's going on, what I'm doing. Friday is a study day. Friday is not like, oh, Friday, my lecture's done, I'm gonna go vibe. No, I'm gonna go study. So I want to study for a couple hours. It's 1 o'clock, so maybe till like 5. At 5, I want to do my nails. So this is what my old set is looking like. Hold on. So she's a little crusty. That was what my old set was looking like. It's been about 2 weeks, so definitely time to like crust my nails. My toes are still okay, and like you shouldn't be looking at my toes too much, okay? It's like this like skinny French on my toes. Unfortunately, I do have a bruise on the cuticle of my left middle toe. So that doesn't look cute, but it is what it is, right? I'm human and I stub my toes a lot. So let me go ahead and change my clothes, right? These are my outside clothes. I'm gonna go ahead and take off like my eye makeup / like sunscreen, since I'll be in for the rest of the day. And then, yeah, we're gonna get to studying a little bit. We'll do a little bit of that together and then do some nails together. Nails take forever, so it's probably gonna take me like a good 4 or 5 hours just for my nails. I'm not even doing my toes, but I wanna do some like nail art and stuff. And so I think that will take a while. I will see you in a moment. Wow, my hair is looking absolutely insane. That's so funny. Okay, so studying is done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna eat and we're gonna get started on our nails. I'm gonna show you what I got. I'll see you after I eat. I don't think you wanna see me scarfing down pizza. So I'll be right back. Okay, so this is my little nail haul. I'm gonna kind of show you the inspo. So I did like a whole bunch of fall nails. The one that kind of caught my eye is kind of like this mixture here, like with the greens and the browns. I think this is a little bit too complicated for me. So maybe not that. This does look cute and something that I can do. Like I have blooming gel. This little squiggly doesn't take that much finesse, and I did buy the 3D gel. But the thing is, like, their nails are so long and cute and almond, and mine are not that long yet. But we'll see what to make of that. But let's like try to find this one. I feel like, I don't know if I could do all that. That's a little bit intricate, so I don't think so. These I also found very doable because literally it would just be with the same builder gel, and then gel color that I use, which is D&D Flower Girl, and then you would just put the blooming gel. This I feel like I couldn't do on my dominant hand though. So I don't think I would add that, but I do have like these little crystals and stuff. So I'm thinking, yeah, and I don't know if I could do like, at least for right now, right? It would take a little bit of practice. This is something cute that I could potentially, no, maybe not like the tortoise thing, I don't know. But these are all kind of a lot. So I am not really going in with a plan. This is something that I could do like a variation of it for sure. I'm gonna just see what happens, child. But anyway, I don't think, like the whole point of it is to be like creative with it. So I definitely think that these are the vibes, and then I'll kind of go from there with the exact like colors and stuff that I want to use. So with that being said, I'm going to show you what we have in the little nail box that I haven't unpacked. Okay, so I've got the brightness up just a little bit, but for context, I have builder gel on my nails, so I currently use this Gel Effects builder in a bottle. It's definitely been used, child. It's sticky on the edges, like definitely running out. This is just like from my Après Nails Gel X system that I used a while ago, but I still like use it as a primer. And then I also have the dehydrator as well in here that I'm gonna bust out. This nail set, these colors I got like 2 falls ago. It just has, fall colors, and then it has the top coat, base coat, foundation, whatever. So these I definitely use, especially for fall time. And then what I got recently was a combination of a few things. So I wanted like a chrome moment, so I went ahead and picked up this chrome color. It's more of like a champagne-y, not really champagne, it's kind of like more bronzy. And then I also picked up this like metallic like gunmetal chrome as well, and that's the chrome I have. This I got like a while ago. I haven't really used it yet, but this is from D&D. This is like more of like a whitish chrome. Haven't used this, but these are the two that I got just recently from Beatles. And I also got a host of nail colors. So first thing, for like the green inspo that I have, right, I picked up this like more olive green and then this more sage green. So got that. And then I think I do have like a white, it's actually, where is it? It's literally here. This is a white gel for nail art from D&D, but it's like it like drips a lot, as you can see, like the brush or whatever's going on, like it just kind of overflows a lot. So I'm not like a huge fan of it, but I did pick up this other color. It's like a white as well. Probably the same shade of white, but this is from Beatles. And then I also picked up a black from Beatles as well. So these are like, for nail art purposes because they're the skinny ones. And then in addition to that, I have all of these other nail art polishes that are more like fall themed. So I have as well like a more gunmetal silver one. I have like a gold shimmery. We have like pumpkin color, like terracotta, more burnt orange, red, brown nude, but like more on the light brown side. The champagne one that kind of is the counterpart to that gunmetal one. And then this is a dark chocolate, really, really pretty. And then I also picked up the blooming gel. This one's HEMA free. Try not to get gel on the sides of, like my sidewalls and my cuticle and such to avoid like a gel allergy, hopefully. But so this is the blooming gel I picked up for that like blooming effect that you saw on the inspo. I did get some glitter, like fall themed glitter. Got some stickers. So like if I really wanted to have fun and just kind of be more abstract with it, I got some like fall and Halloween themed stickers. So we have like leaves, more like spooky stuff, like fall flowers, and where I guess this is like more Thanksgiving, I guess. I did get a nail plate because I realized that, when you're dipping colors and whatnot with your brush, when you're doing nail art, I do have like a little like acrylic thing that goes, it's like a separator that goes here, but I think this is just like much better. And it's also cuter. And then, ooh, with the chrome, I also got this little brush. So it's like the little applicator for the actual chrome and then to brush it off. Also have some pearls that I grabbed because I love the pearl look. So I have like more like champagne gold, and then I also have like more silver white. And then I have these like for the more like celestial vibe, the little stars and whatnot. So that's what I got. I'm gonna go ahead and pick out kind of what I think I might need. And then I'm gonna meet you over in the room. We're gonna start. It is already getting a little bit late, so I know I'm gonna be up for a while, but it's cute. It's just our nails. So let's meet up in a second. Okay, one hand is done. I don't know if we can see clearly. She's okay, you know, for the first time. I definitely feel like the 3D gel is kind of hard to work with. I don't know, I think for the first time doing like abstract, just kind of dilly-dallying, like I tried out the blooming gel here and put a little sticker here. Hopefully it holds, we'll see. And did a little bit more 3D chrome here. So yeah, I mean, listen girl, we not nail artists, but I do think we're just doing them myself. They're kind of cute. I'm gonna finish up, it's like literally 10:30. I'm gonna finish up the other hand because we still got a whole other hand. This took me literally like over an hour just for one hand. So now that I know what I'm doing for this hand, I'm gonna try to do the same thing on the other side, and then we're gonna get to bed. So I'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully cuticles oiled and whatnot, I can kind of show you the final result. So I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, it's the next day. Please excuse the hair, child, a mess, but just wanted to pop in to show you my nails. They're low-key a little ugly, but I think they're kind of cute. This was like my first time working with like the 3D gel and like the chrome and everything and the blooming gel. So I just kind of like did whatever, but definitely, you know, I get better, you know. This was like a little like I was just drawing lines, squiggling, child. So yeah, this is how it turned out. What's on the agenda today, basically I just finished my quiz that I have for one of my courses. I'm just gonna edit for the rest of the day, really. I'm gonna make myself a matcha. I just ate breakfast, courtesy of Mike, so that was nice. Well, I kind of like showered and everything. And so yeah, I'm going to kind of just edit for the day. I have a video, and then I want to write my newsletter as well tomorrow, which is going to be a day of studying. Tomorrow, Sunday, is just going to be a day of like studying and, you know, the regular things, doing laundry, cleaning up and whatever. So kind of like a study / reset day for the coming week. So that's pretty much it. I hope this vlog was just, I mean, it's like very chill, like nothing exciting was happening. Literally just me getting acclimated to the first week. And this is like a high stakes, you know, program and whatnot. So it was really just me studying. I'm not really doing the most or having like any fun really. So just kind of like romanticizing the study process and like the student life. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, go ahead and like and subscribe. Thanks so much for hanging out with me these last couple days. I will see you very, very soon. And don't forget to stay mindful. Bye.
Captain.